I would thank NESCOM for organizing. I would rather congratulate NESCOM for organizing this very conclave, NESCOM International SME Conclave 2020, on the theme Thriving in the New Decades. And I must express my gratitude for inviting me here and affording this great opportunity. This conference is being organized in a very different setup, in a very different setting, when new normals are upcoming, getting established, and therefore all of us, including the businesses, the small, medium entrepreneurs, all of us have to adjust to, adapt to this new normal, new scenario that is just in front of us. I would say that the country requires creation of lot of wealth, lot of opportunity, lot of jobs, and that can only be ensured by empowering and strengthening the SME support ecosystem in this country. Because we all know, for obvious reason, that it is the SME sector which drives innovation, which creates a benchmark of efficiency, productivity. And if this sector is strengthened, if this sector is capitalized, and by giving a proper ecosystem, proper environment, and much needed support, this is the sector which would bring miracle, would do wonders for this country in terms of, as I said, creation of wealth, creation of job, creation of opportunity, making things efficient, changing the legacy system to modern system, bringing in innovation. And that is why it is very commendable that NESCOM has got a different council for this sector, gives emphasis and attention and importance to this sector. And therefore, year on year, this summit is uh, engaging, indulging in discourse and participation from people all across the country, and this time from all across the world. I would say that the emerging technologies, like if India could capitalize on emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, data analytics, machine learning, natural language processing, augmented reality, virtual reality, animation, blockchain, and such other technologies, which are not only going to make the existing businesses efficient, but around which we can also make several world class futuristic products, which could bring a lot of wealth for us. We could be become net import neutral, so that we are not only the creator of new technology, not only the consumer of new technology created indigenously, but we create those technologies, those products which are world class, and in turn we export. Unless we become a very export oriented economy based on technology and technology services, we cannot create much needed wealth and opportunity for our countrymen. And therefore, this sector holds the promise. This sector can only bring that miracle to this country, and therefore all of us, all the stakeholders, have to work to ensure that the SME sector not only adopts new technology to make things better and more efficient in their own businesses, but would actually create products which become export oriented product and bring much needed wealth for this person. Our Software Technology Parks of India has been working for a long time for promotion of the SME sector. The very mandate, very charter of STPI is to promote the SME sector in the field of information technology, for sure. And therefore, since very beginning, whatever infrastructure we had was there to support the SME sector all across, rising from three centers in 1989. We are now 60 strong center all across the country, and all these 52 centers out of 60 centers are basically in tier 2 and tier 3 city. So we not only are SME focused, in terms of providing plug and play services, data center services, uh, data communication services, incubation services. But we are also actually trying to support the SMEs of smaller towns of this nation, and that is why in very conscious manner, in very premeditated manner, we have been dispersing ourselves to smaller towns, and now we are a very strong organization with 60 centers all across the country, out of which 52 centers lie in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Apart from that, whatever programs we are running is SME focused, startup focused. And therefore, I am very glad, I take pride in informing the audience here that we have planned 25 centers of excellence in emerging technologies across the country, out of which we have already launched 12 centers of excellence. I would just say that these centers of excellence are getting created. Essentially, they are incubators. So these center of excellence are incubation plus, means we would not only support the startups, but we would also give them all sorts of mentoring, organized seed funding for them, internship grant for them, laboratories for them, testing laboratories for them, world class mentor, as I said, and therefore much needed access to the capital, to the mentor, to the market, to the best of our ability. So, and the governance and administration of this center of excellence is industry centric. For each and every center of excellence, we are roping in an industry leader who is uh, who is giving much needed leadership to the center of excellence, acting as a chief mentor in capacity of the chairman of the governing council, already being constituted for each of the center of excellence. And therefore, the director general of software technology parks of India is actually not the owner of the center of excellence. It is the industry leader who is taking the ownership, actually not only later, but also in spirit, and therefore giving much needed industry leadership, so that we could allow the functioning, the administration, the governance of those center of excellence. Very very professional manner, world class professionalism is being brought in those center of excellence, so that it delivers the mandate. It serves the SME sector, it serves the startups of this country in emerging technology. So far, we have been able to already start 12 center of excellence in the field of artificial intelligence, data analytics, meditech, fintech, augmented reality and virtual reality, gaming technologies, um, IoT, open lab, IoT in agriculture, IoT in rural development. All these center of excellence in autonomous, connected, electric, and shared vehicle. So what we are trying to do is that we are putting, as I said, industry leaders to lead the center of excellence. Apart from creating infrastructure, bringing much needed support from state government, Ministry of Electronics and IT, Software Technology Parks of India, and such other stakeholders. In most of these center of excellence, we are getting not only mentoring support, laboratory support, but even funding support from the private sector. And therefore, all these center of excellence, our directors, regional directors are striving to make sure that these center of excellence become not only world class, but they are operated, they are administered and run in most flexible, most professional manner. And therefore, with these words, I would say that if you, some of you, or if you look for some kind of collaboration with STPI, or you want to contribute to STPI in those centers of excellence, or you want to be the beneficiary of those center of excellence, or in any manner, if you are working with some kind of technologies which can help becoming a very tested technology platform or product in times to come, or you want to offer some services to the center, to SMEs and to the startups of these center of excellence, you are most welcome. I would again say that the SME Council of NESCOM has been able to bring a large number of experts on this forum, and I am very sure that the deliberation, the discourse that is happening right now around all those platforms and screens and sessions, they will definitely form a kind of recommendation and give a much needed input, which would help in turn all the stakeholders to take initiative to make sure that the SME sector of this nation, which is the engine of growth, which is driver of growth for this nation, gets much needed support and input, which would make them more efficient, and they will become more productive and forthcoming to serve the sector, to serve the nation as well. Thank you very much